Welcome to the Mujiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. In today's video, we delve deep into the enigmatic legend of Joyboy in the captivating world of One Piece. Join us as we uncover the mysteries surrounding this pivotal figure, from his origins to his profound impact on the story's narrative. So far, it has been said many times in the story so far that Joyboy is one of the key individuals in the world of One Piece. In One Piece, Joyboy's background is connected to both the Void Century and the Ancient Kingdom, so it's not always clear what happened. However, now that the story has reached its end, there are some things about Joyboy that are very clear. As One Piece progresses, more information about the legend of Joyboy will be revealed. Eventually, on the last island, Laugh Tale, the whole thing will be explained to fans. Fans will have to make do with what Oda has given them so far until then. Part 1. Who is Joyboy? Fans of One Piece know for sure that Joyboy was a real person who lived in the world of One Piece more than 800 years ago. This guy was really unique, and he was also the same person who had the title Nika. This person went from one place to another and made everyone laugh and smile. Many slaves were happy after he freed them from their chains. Even though his body was like rubber, he fought in the strangest ways. What Joyboy left behind most is that he brought many people together, made friends with them, and helped them when they needed it. One thing that Joyboy did one thing all the time, free people, and that is what he left behind. Fans know a lot about Joyboy, but the first thing they should remember is that he isn't really a person. In this case, the name Joyboy was a name that was given to the person. This sounds like Nika, which was another name this person had, probably because of the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika skills. Fans should remember that it's not clear if Nika lived and was the real person who was Joyboy, or if Nika was just another name for the same person who had an unknown name. Joyboy was not the name of this person, as many fans know for sure. Part 2. Joyboy and Fishmen, the Broken Promise. Fishmen Island was the first location in the story where Joyboy was mentioned. In this story arc, Robin went exploring in the sea forest and found a poneglyph that said, "I'm sorry." Yes, this was written by Joyboy, who told the fish people he was sorry for breaking his word. Joyboy had said that he, the fisherman, and the merfolk would live with him on the surface in the sun. Noah was meant to be used to bring the fisherman race to the surface. However, Joyboy forgot to keep this promise, most likely because he was in danger of fighting the world government's 20 kings of the world government. People who follow the show know that the Ancient Kingdom and Joyboy lost the fight, which may explain why he broke his word. However, Joyboy didn't just leave them there. He said that one day, someone would come along and keep his word. That person would become the next Joyboy. When it came to Fishmen Island, Joyboy was friends with the mermaid princess, whose real name was Poseidon. Their relationship was very close, and many people thought that the Joyboy led her to the light. Yes, the mermaid princess also died too, but she came back to life hundreds of years later as Shirahoshi. She was also going to come back one day, exactly 800 years later, just like Joyboy. Part 3. Joyboy's Return. Joyboy promised that he would come back after 800 years, even though he fell almost 800 years ago. There is no clear explanation for how he knew when he would return or what happened at that time. Fans do know that he was sure he would come back. Furthermore, all of his many friends were aware of this too. People who live on Fishmen Island know that Poseidon will come back after a very long time. They also knew that when Poseidon came back, a figure named Joyboy would be there to help her the most. In the same way, Amatsuki Toki, who was from a clan in the land of Wano, knew about Joyboy's return. Toki also learned about the first Nika. Because she knew Nika would return in 800 years, she jumped in time to reach the land of Wano. She wanted to be there when she did. That's the main reason she wanted to visit Wano in the first place. Roger and his pirate group got to an island called Laugh Tale more than 20 years ago. That's where Joyboy left his wealth. That day, Roger learned the real story and realized he was too early. Roger did, however, wish that he had lived in the same time period as Joyboy. At the same time, Odin learned that Joyboy had come back. He felt called to the seas, as if it were his fate. He knew that Joyboy would return in about 20 years, so he went back to his home country to get ready for someone to come back. Unfortunately, Odin also died, and he gave this job to his followers, the 9 Red Scabbards. Part 4. Joyboy and Luffy. During the Wano Country arc, it became clear that Luffy was the guy everyone had been waiting for. When Luffy died at Kaido's hands of Kaido at the end of the Wano Country arc, Joyboy came back. When Luffy died, his devil fruit woke up, and Nika came back. One of Joyboy's best friends, Zunesha, heard the drums of liberation coming from Luffy's heart and said that Joyboy had come back. Kaido was looking for Joyboy to test himself, which is when Luffy fought him. Kaido thought that King and Joyboy would both change the world. He also knew that he wasn't Joyboy, and he had spent his whole life looking for him. That's exactly why Kaido had roots in Wano. He knew that Joyboy would one day visit. Kaido was so strong that he believed the person who could beat him would also be able to beat Joyboy. He had reached the peak of his strength and knew that no normal person could beat him. When Luffy woke up, fought Kaido, and beat him, he understood that the person he was fighting was actually Joyboy. His dream was now complete. In the process, Joyboy was born again. Now Luffy has to set sail for the final island to learn about the world's real past. There, he will learn about the first Joyboy and the problems he had. Afterward, Luffy will need to keep his word and make the world a better place. Summary and highlights. Joyboy was a one-of-a-kind individual who made everyone happy and laughed wherever he went. He also freed slaves and helped people who were in need. He went by the names Joyboy and Nika. Joyboy wasn't a real name, it was a title assigned to this person. It's not clear if Nika was a real person or just Joyboy's other name. The Fishmen and Merfolk were let down by Joyboy's failed promise, but he said that someone would keep their word in the future. In the Wano Country arc, Joyboy is believed to have returned as Luffy. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the captivating legend of Joyboy in the world of One Piece. If you enjoyed this exploration into the depths of One Piece lore, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And remember, as we continue to unravel the mysteries of this vast universe, let Joyboy's legacy inspire us to seek joy, unity, and liberation in our own lives. Until next time, may your adventures be as legendary as those of Joyboy himself. Thank you very much for visiting the Mujiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.